Sorry, just going to take a quick second just to fix the camera here just for a moment, and then we're going to get started. Woo. Perfect. All right. So, good morning and welcome everyone to Friday. And for today's class, we're going to be doing some slow flow vinyasa. So, we're going to be very gradual and gentle in today's class to bring a lot of awareness into our bodies, the sensations within our bodies, and the breath. So, taking the time to come onto your mat, find a most comfortable seat with a long spine to begin today's practice with a meditation. Beginning by taking some very deep breaths. Every breath longer than the last. Noticing the expansiveness of every single inhalation, the spaciousness between the lungs and the heart. And as we bring a deeper awareness to the breath, we're going to start to use the breath just like medicine, using our exhalations to release any tension within the body, releasing all muscle engagement, coming into a place of softness. Let us begin by bringing our awareness down to the feet. The base of the feet, the tops of the feet, the heels and the toes, the arch. And if you notice any tension within any single fiber of this being, sending your exhalation into these areas, releasing tension, releasing engagement, softening, letting go. Progressing upward through the ankles, the shins, the calves, the knees, the inner and outer thighs, hips and glutes. And as these areas all soften and drape towards the ground, noticing how the sit bones descend even deeper, grounding, rooting. Bringing your awareness up the length of the spine, growing tall as you reach through the crown of the head. Allowing the shoulders to drape away from the ears heavily. Finding a nice long neck. Relaxing your jaw, the cheeks, the tongue. Allowing the eyelids to become heavy. Noticing how the forehead softens and the scalp becomes weighted and heavy. Relaxing all of the facial muscles. And then coming back to the breath. The touch point to the breath, the area within the nostrils and above the upper lip. Noticing its ebb and flow in its neutral state. Noticing its spontaneity. And within this space, finding your intention for today's practice. And as we set the intention, guiding the hands towards heart center in Anjali Mudra, in prayer position, placing the lengths of the thumbs over the sternum, connecting to the touch of the heart's beat. Let us open today's practice with a sound of Om on our exhalation. Inhaling now. Rubbing your hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. And when they get toasty and warm, cupping the hands over the eyes, inhaling the warmth of the touch. And then as you exhale, releasing the hands away from the face. And then allowing the eyes to flutter open. All right, so from here, we're going to start off with a little bit of side bending. We're going to take a few moments in a seated lotus pose to start to bring a little bit of mobility in through the spine, the sides of the body, and the shoulders. As you inhale, reaching all the way up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold all the way over towards the right, descending the left sit bone heavily into the ground. At the base of your exhalation, we're going to inhale back through center. And slowly, as you exhale, descending over towards the left side. Continuously moving from side to side with the rhythm of your breath, synchronizing your breath with your movement, moving as slow or as fast as you want to. And as you continuously switch from side to side, noticing the different sensations throughout the body as you create these movements. Exhaling the breath throughout the opening side of the body for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, so coming all the way back to center. We're going to take the hands over the knees. We're going to inhale, lift through the crown of the head, lengthening the spine. Then as you exhale, you're going to pivot from the hips, lead with the heart into your forward fold. Upon the inhalation, sweep the body up towards the right in a large circular motion. And then as you exhale, begin to descend the body over through the left, making these large circular motions with the crown of the head, bringing a lot of mobility throughout the entire length of the spine, closing the eyes once again and finding dynamic movement as you continuously make these circles, bringing even more fluidity throughout as many joints as you can. The wrists, the elbows, the shoulders, the entire length of the spine from the base of the skull all the way down to the tailbone. not really paying much mind in how exactly you look like as you're making these rotations, bringing dynamic movement into your body, but more so feeling what your body is needing at the moment as you continue to make your circles all the way around. Let's do one more rotation in this direction before switching directions. And then beginning to switch directions here. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Coming all the way up through center. We're going to inhale, fingertips all the way up towards the sky again, and then we're going to fold over towards the right. This time, instead of switching from side to side, we're going to stay in this forward fold, and we're just going to pivot the heart up towards the sky on the inhalation, and then pivot the front of the heart back down towards the earth, towards the right side on our exhalation. This is what it's going to look like. We're going to inhale, sweep that left arm all the way back so you open up the chest. And then as you exhale, you're going to thread the needle, guiding the left hand underneath the right, opening up the back of the heart between the shoulder blades. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale to twist. Inhale to rise. Exhale, twist. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to take the left hand on the right knee. We're going to sweep the right hand all the way behind the back body on the ground. We're going to inhale, lift, and lengthen through the crown of the head. Slide the shoulders back so that the chest opens. Scoop the navel in towards the spine. And then as you exhale, begin to take your gaze past the right shoulder. Beautiful. Inhale back through center, reaching the fingertips up to the sky once again. Then as you exhale, folding all the way over towards the left. We're going to do exactly the same thing on this side. Inhale to open up the chest up to the sky, bringing your right arm back. And then exhale to thread the needle, sweeping the right arm underneath the left. Inhale to open. Exhale in. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Let's do 2 more at the rhythm of your pace. And taking the right hand over the left knee, left hand out behind you. Inhale to reach through the crown of the head. Open up the chest. Exhale to take your gaze past the left shoulder. We bring the navel back into the spine to help support the spine, as well as coming a little bit deeper into the twist, almost like you're wringing out a wet towel. 1 more breath. Beautiful. And from here, we're slowly going to take ourselves back through center. We're going to be going into 2 forward folds with the legs crossed into 2 different, slightly different positions. And then we're going to graduate into our tabletop position and move on with the rest of our class. So from here, we're going to uncross the legs, and we're going to take the right leg right in front of the left. Then we're going to come into our forward folds. Inhale, reach up to the sky. And then as you exhale, reach all the way forward, coming into your forward fold. Last breath. And as you inhale, walking the hands back towards the body. And we're just going to switch the legs. So we're going to take the left leg in front of the right. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, pivot from the hips, lead with the heart. One more breath. Then as you inhale, beginning to walk the hands back towards the body. Now let's come into tabletop position for a couple of cat-cows. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, tucking the toes under, opening up the back line of the body. So from here, we're going to be going into a couple of cat-cows. I'm going to face forward just so that we see what we're going to do on the exhalation. All right, so on our exhalation, we're going to be doing the lion's breath. So it looks just as fun as it feels. So with the lion's breath on our exhalation, we're going to do our exhalation during cow pose. So in cow, your spine and your belly drape towards the earth, your chest is nice and open, and your gaze is forward. Cat is the complete opposite. The cat, your spine is in flexion versus extension. So what that means is when we're going into cat on our inhalation, you're going to tuck the tailbone under, lift the spine up to the sky, and pull the navel up towards the sky as well, descending the crown of the head to face the earth. All right, so for that exhalation, when we come to exhale, as you drape the front of the body towards the earth and open up the chest, you're going to stick your tongue out and open up your eyes nice and wide, open up your mouth nice and wide, and you're going to force that exhalation out, all right? And it looks like this. Lion's breath. All right, so we're going to do 4 rounds of that, bring lots of life and vigor into the body. Big breath, big lion's breath, nice, strong, and stretchy movements. Cat-cow, 4 rounds. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow to lion's breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Last 2 breaths at your own accord. Excellent. All right. So from here, we're going to untuck the toes, take the sit bones all the way back, child's pose. You're going to walk your fingertips all the way forward. Let's take 1 big deep breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, table. Exhale, tuck the toes under, send the heels back, downward facing dog. Taking the pinkies towards the edges of the mat, opening up your fingers nice and wide, pressing through the heels of the palms and the lengths of the fingers until the center of the palms begin to lift away from the mat. From here, beginning to descend the shoulders away from the ears. Lifting the eyes of the sit bones high to the sky, descending the heels of the feet closer to the earth. From here, you can start to bring a little bit of movement into your body. If you decide to, you can bend each knee, pedaling out your heels. Beautiful. Then from here, we're going to bend the knees, bring the navel back into the spine, take the gaze up towards the front of your mat. As you inhale, you can either walk or step towards the front of your mat into flat back. As you reach into flat back, you're going to lift through the crown of the head, lengthen the spine, shoulders are away from the ears, scooping the belly in. On your exhalation, forward fold. As you inhale, pressing through the feet, sweeping the arms wide, tracing the sun all the way up to standing, Hastasana. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. Inhale, trace the sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands strongly, opening up the fingers wide as you step back into plank position. Shifting the shoulders over the wrists, navel to spine, reaching through the crown, shoulders away from the ears. Slowly start to lower down, all the way to the ground. Untucking the toes, inhale, upward facing dog, pressing through the heels of the palms, reaching through the crown of the head, lifting the heart and opening up the chest. And then as you exhale, take the sit bones all the way back as you untuck the toes into downward facing dog. Let's take a few deep breaths here. In through the nose. And if you decide to, you can even exhale through a sigh. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhalation, flat back. Exhalation, forward fold. Inhale to rise. And this time, once the fingertips reach the sky, we're going to flip the palms forward. As you exhale, keeping the hips stacked over the ankles rather. You're going to open up your elbows nice and wide, shifting your heart and your chest up towards the sky. Then we're going to inhale, reach all the way back up again. And we're going to exhale, forward fold, hinge from the hips, lead with the heart. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hop or step back, plank. So from plank, we're going to go into our 8-limb salute if you want to. So from here, you're going to start to descend the knees down to the earth first. And then if you want to, you can either melt the heart down in between the hands. If that's not available for you today, just lower the body completely all the way down to the ground. So if you're going to be doing 8-limb salute, we're going to melt the heart right in between the hands, taking your gaze forward. And then as you inhale, you're going to slither through the arms, untuck the toes, reach through the crown of the head, back into your upward facing dog. Exhale to flip the feet back under, downward facing dog. So in our downward facing dog here, we're just going to give our spines a little bit of a stretch and release through a gentle twist in 3-legged downward facing dog. As you inhale, we're going to lift the right leg all the way up towards the sky. Point the toes, bend the knees. On your exhalation, slide the toes over towards the left. Inhale, square the hips towards the mat, navel to spine. Exhale to twist, guiding the toes back towards the left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. This time here, we're going to inhale, center. Exhale, descend the base of the right foot next to the left. Switching over towards the left side. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, point the toes. Exhale, slide the toes over towards the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. One more on this side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Descending the left foot as you exhale. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. As you inhale, hop or step towards the front of your mat, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep up to touch the sky. Flip the palms towards the front. Exhale, elbows wide, cactus pose, shifting the heart up to the sky. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold. Hinge from the hips, lead with the heart, sweeping the arms wide. Inhale, flat back. So we're going to do a couple of flat backs here, 3 rounds. Inhale, flat back. Lengthening the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Last one. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step or walk back, plank. Descending the knees and either coming into 8-limb salute or descending the entire front of the body down to the ground. So if you're coming into 8-limb salute, beginning to melt the heart down right in between the hands, gaze shifts forward. As you inhale, slithering through the hands, untucking the toes and reaching the crown of the head up high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. And then we're going to do one more sun salutation without any variations whatsoever, so that we can get a sense of what Vinyasa feels like. So from here, we're going to bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front, step or hop to the front, flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to rise, Hastasana. This time we're going to exhale, hands through heart center. Exhale, hands through heart center, Samastitihi. So, let's do 1 round of sun salutation. 8, inhale, tracing the sun. Exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with the heart, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And then as we exhale into plank, that is when the Vinyasa starts. Exhale, plank. Plant your hands, step or walk back. So from here, we're going into Vinyasa. We're going to lower all the way down to the ground. Untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So Vinyasa is those 3 asanas. Plank, followed by upward facing dog, followed by downward facing dog. So when we transition from side to side, you have the choice of either doing Vinyasa or child's pose. So let's take one more deep breath here before continuing. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend the knee, tuck the knees into the nose, curling the spine. As you inhale, you're going to step that right foot forward, and you're on your exhalation, descending the left knee, untucking the left toes. From here, we're going to draw the inner thighs towards each other, lift the navel in toward the spine, and then we're going to inhale to sweep the arms wide all the way up towards the sky. Then from here, you have a couple of different options. So if this brings you any discomfort throughout the shoulders, you can guide your hands towards heart center. If this feels like it's too much load bearing on the left knee, you can also make a little bit of an adjustment here. You can tuck the left toes under, send the left heel back, just to lift the knee off the ground just for a moment to readjust as you descend the knee once again, untuck the toes. You may also choose to interlace the fingers and place the palms over the thigh. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Steady your gaze. One more breath. Perfect. So from here, we're going to keep those left toes tucked under. Now we're going to inhale, reach up to the sky, sliding the fingertips slightly back. And as we exhale, we're going to exhale, hands to heart center. Then we're going to start to shift that left heel back for 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hands back to the ground. Step the right foot back plank, flowing through Vinyasa or child's pose. Coming into downward facing dog. Let's take one breath. Inhale, left leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to step the left foot forward. Exhale, descending the right knee, untucking the right toes. Draw the inner thighs towards each other, finding integrity through the body, pulling the navel in. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, tracing the sun all the way up. And taking the hand position that is comfortable for you today. Fixing your gaze on anything that doesn't move. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reaching the fingertips up to the sky. Then exhale as you slide them back slightly. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Tuck the right toes under. Send the right heel back. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, we can take the hands back down to the ground. Step the left foot back, plank, flowing through Vinyasa or child's pose. Taking 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Lengthening the whole back line, lengthening the spine and the back of the legs. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right foot forward. And from here, we're going to set the feet. We're going to press back through the left heel, press down through the right foot, tracking the knee right over the ankle. And from here, as we inhale, we're going to sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center. Beautiful. Fixing your gaze. Softening the facial muscles. We're going to visit one more pose before switching sides. We're going to be going into Warrior Two. Let's take one more breath here in our high lunge. Then from here, we're going to start to pivot the back foot so that's in line with the short edge of the mat. Open up the arms wide into T position, taking your gaze past the right fingertips. You're going to push the feet away from each other, sliding the shoulders over the hips, reaching through the crown of the head. And we're going to point the tip of the tailbone down to the ground. So some of us have a tendency to fluff the tushy back, so we're just going to tuck it in. 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to guide the arms all the way back down to the ground, pivoting the left foot. Step the right foot back, plank, Vinyasa. One breath in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Beautiful. And as we're exhaling, we're just going to adjust the feet, pressing back through the right heel, stacking the left knee over the ankle. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms wide, reaching up to the sky. And here we're just going to fix our gaze here. We can take the hands towards heart center, or we can keep the hands up towards the sky as long as you keep the shoulders draping away from the ears. Fixing your gaze, keeping the navel pulled in. And taking the moment here as you stare forward with concentration, remembering your intention for today's practice. Beautiful. All right, so let's take one more breath here. Before visiting Warrior Two, Virabhadrasana 2. One breath. Then we're going to exhale, pivot the back foot in line with the short edge of the mat. Descend the arms parallel to the earth. Slide the shoulders over the hips. And take your gaze past the left fingertips. For 3, 2, and 1. Guiding the hands all the way back down to the ground. Pivot the right foot. Step the left foot back. Plank to lower all the way down. Untucking the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Perfect. So, to come towards close to the end of the practice, we're going to start to visit a balancing pose here. So first of all, what we're going to do, let's take one last breath here. Big, big breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, step the right foot forward. Beautiful. And then as you exhale here, you're going to make sure that the hands are strongly planted right beside the feet here. And then first, we're going to come into a standing split for about 2 full breaths. And then we're going to transition from there. So from here, you can either float the left leg up, or you can bring the left foot slightly closer here before you start to lift the heel up towards the sky as you begin to straighten that right leg as well. You're going to guide your gaze towards the right leg. Beautiful. For 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to bend that left knee, bring it all the way back, step the left foot back right beside the right. Inhale to come up to standing, trace the sun. Exhale, hands through heart center. We're going to inhale, left knee into the chest. Then from here, as you exhale, you're going to shift that left foot all the way back, press back through the heel. You're going to tip the heart forward. Steady your gaze on any point that doesn't move. Lifting that left heel a little bit higher, pressing back, tucking the toes under. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left knee into the chest. And then from here, if you'd like to, you can either keep your knee lifted here bent, or you can take Kubera Mudra. So you're going to take your index finger and the middle finger together. You're going to wrap those fingers right under the big toe. You can take your right hand over your hip. And then from here, as you exhale, you can start to extend the left leg forward. A couple of deep breaths here. Reaching through the crown of the head, finding integrity through the body. For 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the left hand back towards the hip, continuously pressing out through the heel for 1 more breath. Perfect. Inhale, knee into the chest. Exhale, step the left foot all the way back into your high lunge. Excellent. Hands all the way up to the sky on your inhalation. Exhale, hands come back down to the ground. Step back, plank, vinyasa to switch sides. One breath in downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left foot forward. Beautiful. And as you exhale, begin to press back through the right heel. All right, so we're going to plant those hands nice and firmly onto the ground. Then from here, you have the option of either floating that right leg off the ground up towards the sky from here, or you can slide the foot forward slightly first in order to start straightening out the left leg. And you're going to start to lift that right leg up to the sky. 2 breaths. Taking your gaze towards the left shin. Beautiful. Bending the right knee, descending the right foot next to the left. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, tracing the sun all the way up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, right knee into the chest. Exhale, press the right heel all the way back, tipping your heart forward. Reaching through the crown of the head. Lifting that right leg nice and high. Fixing your gaze for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, knee to chest. And either you can keep this leg bent, or you can take your big toe into your right hand, left hand on the hip. And as you exhale, press out through the heel, reach to the crown of the head, steady your gaze. One more breath. Keeping that right leg lifted, we're going to take the right hand back to the hip for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, step the right foot all the way back into your high lunge. Beautiful. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands back down to the ground. Step the left foot back, plank, vinyasa, or child's pose. From here, if you're in downward facing dog, bending your knees, untucking the toes, sit bones to heels, child's pose. Take one breath here, guiding the arms behind the back body. And then on your inhalation, we're going to keep the sit bones at the heels. As we inhale, we're going to take the fingertips all the way up to the sky. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. And we're going to go to twist towards the right side. As you exhale, you're going to take the left hand on top of the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, gaze past the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, twisting to the left. In the spine. Exhale to take your gaze past the left shoulder. Excellent. Let's guide our spine back to center. We're going to tip one of the hips down and swing the legs forward. And if you're anywhere where I am on my mat, you're going to have to scooch your sit bones towards the center of the mat. All right. So from here, we're going to release the spine slowly all the way back down to the ground through a version of cat-cow with our knees bent like this and our feet planted. So we're going to take our hands right behind the thighs, and then as you inhale, you're going to slide the shoulders back, lift the chest and the heart up to the sky, lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, we're going to go into cat's pose. So as you're exhaling, you're going to tuck the tailbone under, pull the navel all the way back into the spine, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, tuck and roll. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, scoop and roll. And last one. Inhale, heart to sky. Exhale, scoop and roll. From here, we're just going to release the hands away from the thighs and take the rest of the length of the spine down to the ground, tucking the knees into the chest. On the next exhalation, guiding your forehead to your knees, squeezing yourself into the tiniest, teeniest little ball. And from here, we're going to release the feet back down to the ground. Then we're going to release the spine in the opposite direction into bridge position. So let's guide the arms alongside the body. We're going to press the feet into the ground. Make sure that the heels are at a comfortable distance towards your sit bones. And then you're going to push the knees towards the front of your mat as you lift the hips up nice and high, firing up the glutes, firing up the whole back line. Lifting the heart toward the chest. One more breath. And exhale to roll that spine all the way back down. Beautiful. From here, we're going to heel to the feet as wide as the mat, arms in T or cactus. And then we're going to slowly descend the knees over towards the right and take the gaze past the left shoulder. Allow the legs to become heavy and draped towards the ground, releasing the spine. Inhale, knees to center. And we're going to exhale the knees over towards the left, taking the gaze past the right shoulder. Letting your breath down the length of the spine. Maybe over your right hip. One more breath. Inhale, knees to center. Then as you exhale, bring the knees back into the chest one more time, giving yourself a big hug. And then gently releasing the entire body back to the earth, extending the limbs. Making any final adjustments that you need to relax the body. Softening every single muscle throughout the entire framework. Relaxing and releasing every fiber of the being, surrendering to gravity. Noticing the weight of your structure on the ground, the weight of your being, the muscles, the bones, completely supported by the earth. Noticing this even, easy breath. And noticing all of the sensations throughout the entire body. Even following the pulse of the heart's beat throughout the entire body, throughout the trunk, feeling its pulse down each limb, down each finger, each toe, following the pulse of the heart's beat throughout every single fiber of the being. And allowing the beat of the heart to relax you even deeper. Taking last breath here. Bending the knees, extending the right arm back as you roll over towards the right side of the body, planting the left hand on the earth in front of the chest. And taking a moment here to have gratitude for yourself. Gratitude for coming onto your mat today, no matter what your practice looked like. Remember that yoga is finding full awareness of self. This means that we follow the sensations of our body and listen to our body's language first and foremost before any other teacher. And if your body at any point in time had asked you to shift into any other position at all, honor that always. Rising into a seated position to finish today's practice with a sound of Om, Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi, which means peace, peace, peace. Guiding the hands together into Anjali Mudra in front of the heart, placing the lengths of the thumbs over the sternum to connect with the rhythm of the heart's beat once again. Let us inhale to Om now. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May every single person find peace and liberation. May all beings, seen and unseen, be happy and free. May every single cell within your entire being be filled with love, light, abundance, bliss, freedom, and optimal health. May all beings be happy. Be happy. Be happy. Namaste. Happy full moon, everyone! Hence the significantly slower class today. So, exciting times, full moons today. It was an absolute honor in guiding you in this practice to prepare you to go inward and in this state of observation and really, really start to pay attention to ourselves, to our internal dialogue, not the internal dialogue of the mind, but the internal dialogue of the sensations of the body and how our body communicates with us, and building that strong foundation and building that relationship with ourselves every moment, every breath, every movement. May all beings be happy. May all beings be liberated. With deep love for all of you. Be happy. See you on Monday. Quick little announcement. There is going to be a significant change going forward in the schedule. The secondary classes are going to stay the same, except for Wednesdays. There will be no classes going forward on Wednesdays. There will be no Vinyasa or the 10:30 class. Reason being is I'm going to be adding classes to every other day. And this is going to be through the studio that I work with, that I do public classes with, called the Yoga Sanctuary. And the classes will be up on Mind Body. So when I get further details, come Monday morning, I will post the links online once I have them. And I will get everyone in touch with those classes as well. They're going to be mostly all Pilates Fusion, with the exception of 2 weekend classes, including Restorative and Yin, which are my 2 favorite classes to teach. Exciting times. So we're going to have more classes and one last day, but more classes. All right. So if you guys wanted to move and find a little bit of strength and vigor in the body, get a little bit sweaty, get a little bit of spice in your life, join me at 10:30 for Pilates Fusion. If not, take rest and enjoy the sun, enjoy the peace, enjoy the harmony.